Ciera.
And I'm Maggie.
And we're from the Gymnastics too. Welcome to Flipping Friday. Today we're going to be doing another one-day tutorial.
So now that you guys have your back handspring, we're going to be teaching you guys how to get your back tuck in one day.
Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our channel by pressing the button down below. Also, hit the bell so you can be part of our notification squad. And let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so before we get started, we are going to do a quick little disclaimer. I just wanted to start off by saying, Ciera and I, when we were learning our standing back tucks, we did get it in a day, so we know it's possible. We're going to be giving you guys a lot of tips and tricks that we had, that we used, and maybe some more, so you guys have more to go off of. Also, I just wanted to say, when we do these how-to videos in one day, that means that you're probably going to have to be practicing a large portion of the day if you actually want to get the skill in one day. If you can't, that's fine. You can get it in a week, a month. Keep practicing. It just means you can utilize all the stuff we give you to work towards getting your standing back tuck and however fast you can. We just want to make sure you guys are comfortable, safe, and you're confident in what you're doing. So just make sure you follow safety guidelines first before just trying to throw it in one day. If you're planning on learning your back tuck in one day, you for sure need a back handspring. It should be consistent. You should have no problems throwing it, and you should be doing it 100% of the time. Also, start off by warming up a few back handsprings. The next thing you're going to want to work on is getting a higher back handspring. So that's my first attempt. You can't really tell the difference between that and my normal back handspring. Just slowly work on getting higher and higher. You want to have as much air time as possible. This is 90% of what we're going to say to do, and just work on getting it higher and higher. So do not underestimate doing this. Honestly, do this as long as you need to. Do it a million times. The goal of doing this is that you're trying to get your feet more than halfway around before your hands have to touch the ground. Remember to keep challenging yourself and go up higher each time. Also work on keeping your hands up longer. That's how you're going to get the highest back handspring, and it's really going to start feeling like a back tuck. If your high back handsprings are getting to the point where it's almost impossible to rebound out of, that means you're in a pretty good spot because you can't really rebound out of high back handsprings. Now we're going to work on changing the approach. When you're doing a back handspring, you focus on jumping back, and here you're going to really want to start focusing on jumping up. So it's totally helpful to do these drills. Also practice tucking your knees in. That's another big difference, is that you're going to want to tuck your knees in. Also find a high spot to look at so that way you don't throw your head back. These are all great tips for when you're actually transitioning to the back tuck. We also like to close our fists. There's really no right or wrong, but we like to do it. It helps give us more power, so go ahead and try that out too. We always like to tell people to have a spot if they can. So for a spot on a back tuck, you're going to get spotted on your back and on your legs. They're going to throw you up on your back and then throw your legs over. Pretty much the same thing as if you're spotting a back handspring. Remember, if you have a spotter, make sure that they're not doing most of the work. If you're doing 60%, they should only be doing 40%, and hopefully you can get closer and closer to having them do 0. You can also have them switch to just one hand on your back if you're getting more comfortable and confident. So totally try getting a spot if you can. You can also try doing a back tuck off a higher surface. Ciera and I personally don't like doing that, so don't feel bad if you have to skip this step. It's really just personal preference. If you want to try it, go for it. Now you're going to want to go ahead and get re-warmed up. If you didn't have a spot, then you're probably just going to keep practicing this stuff. But if you had a spot, you definitely want to get reacquainted with doing it by yourself. So do some more high back handsprings, again, trying to get as high as you possibly can. Really almost trying to get to that back tuck point where you're waiting as long as you can before you put your hands down. It is now time to put together everything we've been talking about. Start off by doing some setting drills to make sure you're going to get some height in your back tuck. Biggest thing is you really want to go up as high as you can. If you start reaching to the ground, that's totally fine. Just keep practicing and eventually your hands will stay up. Just try to not reach for the ground at the end. If that keeps happening, you want to make sure you're remembering to pull your arms in and just try and land on your feet. Remember to take as long as you need to get your back tuck. We believe in you guys, and good luck. If you guys like this video, make sure you give a thumbs up. Let's try and get this video to 25,000 thumbs up, just because I know the last video passed that, so I think we can do it with this video. Also, if you want us to keep doing tutorials where like how to do it in one day, then comment below that we should keep doing it. Otherwise, we can also still do like the just generic how-to, but I think you guys like this.
Also, since it is Flipping Friday, that means there's a new TC2 crew member of the week. So this week's TC2 crew member is...
If you guys want a chance to be next week's TC2 crew member, all you have to do is hashtag TC2 crew member on a picture of you doing cheer or gymnastics on Instagram. Also, if you want a chance to be the pinned comment, all you have to do is comment down below if you have your back tuck or not, or maybe if this video helped you get it, and we'll pin our favorite comment. And we'll see you on Tuesday. Bye!